Today we have an updated everyday makeup drawer video, which is where I go through my entire makeup collection and select a few products to use for the next month or so that I can keep a good rotation going. It's sort of like a shop my stash video, but for the month. So I'm gonna go through all of the products that are currently in my everyday makeup drawer. We will sort through those, figure out what we're keeping in there, what we're putting away. Then we'll go to my makeup collection and figure out what we are replacing those items with. I am so excited because this portion of today's video is sponsored by Ofra, which brings me to my very first item that I will absolutely be adding to my everyday makeup drawer this month, and that is their Tinseltown Sparklights Topper Set. The set of 3 retails for $35, but you guys can use code PAIGE for 20% off, which is such a good deal. I'm wearing the lavender shade today, which is called Chill. I have it on my lid in my inner corner. I'm obsessed with these. The color selection is immaculate. Pink, lavender, and white are like my top 3 eyeshadow colors, so it couldn't be more perfect for me. I like to apply them with my finger to my lid. I also used a brush to apply to my inner corner. I'm also wearing the shade Glisten, which is the white shimmer topper on my cheek, and they also work great on the lips as a little sparkle moment, so definitely check these out. They will be linked down below in the description box, and don't forget to use code PAIGE for 20% off. Thank you so much to Ofra for working with me on this portion of today's video. You guys know how much I love Ofra and how much I love working with them, so it is such an honor. Now, let's go ahead and head into the makeup room and let me show you guys what my current everyday makeup drawer is looking like. So here's an overview of my everyday makeup drawers currently. I redid these about a month ago, and I gotta say, this everyday makeup drawer setup was pretty successful. So I feel like I got really good use out of a lot of the products in here. I recently rearranged my makeup room, so this is where my makeup table is currently. Same desk, same setup within the desk, but it is in a new location. So we are going to go through all of these products, figure out what I can take out, and then we'll go over to my makeup collection and figure out what I will be replacing those items with. So we are going to start over here, as always, with my foundations and primers. These clear organizers are from Amazon, by the way. I'll try to find them and link them down below in the description box in case you guys are interested in them. I think that they're great, and they fit almost perfectly in my makeup desk, which is the Mickey table from IKEA. So I gotta say, I feel like I found a really good routine when it came to my makeup this month. Like, my combination of base products, I'm obsessed with. So I will be keeping some of those products in here, even though I've gotten a lot of use out of them. The first product being this primer from Wet n Wild. This is the Impossible Primer, and as you can tell, I have squeezed this thing dry. There's still a little bit of product down here, but this stuff is so good. I hate the packaging. I think that this would be much better in a potted form, because when you're squeezing it out, sometimes it like spurts out and shoots across the room, which is not ideal. It is a bit of a thicker consistency, but this is so good at pore filling. This is one of my all-time favorite primers. It has a cooling water-like feel once it warms up between your fingers, but it has a bit more of a solid texture initially when it comes out of the container. So it's very hard to describe, but this is absolutely amazing, and I would recommend this to anybody. It's a silicone-free primer. It's amazing. It blurs pores. It's very cooling. It doesn't have that slick, oily feel that a lot of like mattifying or pore minimizing primers have. I'm just obsessed. I'm gonna need to go to the store and buy like 5 backups. Not really, but I am gonna need a replacement once I finish this up, and I feel like that's gonna happen very soon. So that's actually going to stay right there. The other primer that I had in my everyday makeup drawer was the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. This is a really nice product. I definitely got some use out of it. I actually had a third primer in here from Maybelline. It's like the 4-in-1 magic, I forget what it's called, but it has a sponge tip on the top, and it's like a pink and clear packaging. I used that one up completely, so this is kind of a similar product. I definitely focused on the Maybelline one this month, but I do think I'm going to put this one back in my collection so that I can replace it with a new primer. I have 4 foundations in here. The first one is from Sephora. This is the Best Skin Ever foundation. I've loved this for months, actually, no, probably years at this point. I think it's great. I have it in the shade 17.5N, but I actually think I'm ready to put this back in my collection and replace it with something else in my everyday makeup drawer rotation. So we are going to put this back in my makeup collection. This has been my new obsession when it comes to foundation. This is the Absolute Cover Foundation from Ofra. I have it in the shade 1 and I use this every single day. I use the Wet n Wild primer with some sort of glowy base, and then this is my foundation, and it's been working perfect for me. So this is not going anywhere. I used to keep this in the drawers on top of my everyday makeup drawer, but I need it even more readily accessible than that. So that is staying in my everyday makeup drawer, and I think it will stay there forever. I used the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation one time during the last month, so I feel like I should keep this in here and maybe give it another go, but I think I'd rather keep the NARS one, which again, I only used like one time. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I did use both of them, which I am proud of, but I think I'd rather keep the NARS in here and get more use out of this because this is definitely older than the Charlotte, and then I'll put the Charlotte one back in my makeup collection for now. Moving on to this container here, we have setting sprays, concealers, and powders. This powder is magic, and this is the Chilling Wonder Powder from Hard Candy. This is another one of those core base products for me, and I'm obsessed with this. This is not going anywhere. I've been using this like crazy. I think I only have, sorry, I was out of frame. I have like maybe a third of this left. It is so good. I've gotten so many compliments every time I wear this powder. Definitely check it out. It's the Chilling Wonder Powder. I don't get a chilling sensation from this product, but it makes my skin look so smooth and great and not too dry, and it doesn't add like a harsh white cast to my skin or anything, so I can't recommend this product enough. My other powder that I have in here is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. This one I do feel like I can put back in my makeup collection because I did get some good use out of it, and I want to add something a little different to my makeup drawer. For setting sprays, I got a lot of use out of this one from ColourPop, the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. I don't know if you can tell, but I probably used about a third of this product, so I think I will put this one back. Even though I want to keep using it, like I said, it's fantastic, but I do need to get some new products in here for rotation. I am going to keep the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray in here from Charlotte Tilbury. This is a mini, and as you can see, I did use a little bit of this, but I want to get some more use out of it, so this will be staying. As for concealers, I'm going to put both of these back. We have the Magic Away Liquid Concealer from Charlotte Tilbury and the Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer. These are both good. I really don't love the Charlotte Tilbury one. It's not my favorite. The Sephora one is a lot better in my opinion. I think the Charlotte Tilbury concealer is alright. I just hate the packaging. The like sponge tip thing on the end just gets so messy. I can't even open it. It gets so messy, and I feel like the concealer is just too thick for this type of packaging, so I am going to keep it and I will continue to use it, but it is going to go back in my makeup collection for now. Speaking of those core base products, the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer is one of those for me. This has been my go-to concealer for the last month, and I have it in the shade 40N, light 40N, and mine is like completely empty. The doe foot comes out practically dry, dry every time. You can see where I like am trying to scrape the edges of the concealer to get more out, but I actually just got sent one from ColourPop, so I'm going to put this in my empties, and I'm going to replace it with my new one because that one has definitely done the job for me and lasted till its very last breath. I feel like I got a little dramatic there unintentionally. Sorry about that. And then the last concealer that I had in here was the NARS Potted Concealer. Honestly, I don't think that I used this, so I think I might keep that in here for now. Next, we have cheek products, so bronzer, blush, and highlight going on in here. We will start with blush. Milani Luminoso is a fantastic blush that I got a lot of use out of over the last month, so I will be putting this back in my makeup collection. Patrick Ta, She's Passionate is another one that I got a lot of use out of this month, so I will also be putting this one back in my makeup collection. And then this one from Laura Mercier in the shade Fresco was definitely one that I didn't see coming. This has become my everyday blush. I wear this literally every single day. I love it so much. It doesn't look super special in the pan. It's a pretty nude, like neutrally type blush. It has some sparkle to it, but this, I don't know what it is. It just, I love the way that it looks on my cheeks. So I really want to keep this in here because I love it so much. So, no, I need to switch it out. This is definitely a favorite. Like, you guys need to buy this. Fresco from Laura Mercier. 10 out of 10. It hurts me to take it out of my makeup drawer, but I know that if I leave it in here, I'm not going to use any other blush. So, it needs to go. Not go, just, you know, go be put away in my makeup collection where it's safe and sound. For highlighter, I had two highlighters in here, MAC Soft and Gentle, and then this one from Revlon, which is the Skin Lights highlighter in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. As you can see, I got a lot of use out of this highlighter. I loved this. This was pretty much my daily highlight. I think it's fantastic. I would highly recommend it, but again, I need to put it away so that I can use some other highlighters in my collection. And then MAC Soft and Gentle is a classic. I got some good use out of this. It's much more sparkly and glittery than the Revlon one, but I still think that this is a great product. But again, this will be going back into my makeup collection. And then I had two bronzers in the drawer. This is the first one. It's from Catrice. This is a hidden gem. This is my go-to bronzer. It is baked and it leaves the most natural, glowy, healthy, bronzy look to your skin. If you have light to medium skin tone, I think you will absolutely love this. Let me see if I can figure out what the shade is here. It's in the shade 010 Sun-Kissed Bronze. This stuff is fantastic. I'm pretty sure it's affordable because it is from Catrice. They did send this to me in PR like probably a couple months ago. I'm obsessed with it and I'm not ready to part with it. And that actually has low-key like kind of replaced this bronzer, which is the other bronzer in my collection. This one is from Hourglass, and obviously Hourglass is very expensive and the Catrice is a much more affordable option. I still love the Hourglass one, don't get me wrong. This is their bronzer in the shade Luminous Bronze Light. I am going to take this one out of my drawer just because it's so similar to the Catrice, so I want to put something else in here, but again, you guys need that Catrice bronzer. Then we have this little section here, which is full of eye products that I didn't use a single one of them. So I think we're going to take all of them out and we're just going to start fresh in that category. I have some Lawless, some Makeup Forever, Laura Mercier, and Charlotte Tilbury. We're just gonna start fresh there. I'm gonna keep my lip liners the same. These are just some of my go-to nude lip liners that I wear pretty much on the daily. I kind of cycle between all of those. And then we have lips. So I'm gonna go through these and then I'll show you what I'm keeping in here versus what I'm taking out at the end. So I am keeping very few lip products in here. I have my two MAC lipsticks in the shades Blankety, which is my go-to. This is the lipstick that I was wearing at the beginning of today's video. It's like a really pretty pinky nude lipstick. And then we have the shade Honey Love, which is, again, a really pretty nude. This one has much more of like a peachy undertone. The lighting is not doing these lipsticks justice at the moment, but trust me, they're beautiful. And then I also have this Lunar Beauty lip oil in here. This is fantastic. This one is in the shade Expose Me, or I guess it's more of a flavor because it's clear. It's the clear one. The first launch that he had with these, they're all pretty sheer. This one is my favorite scent. It's like, I don't know if it's peach or mango, but it's delicious and amazing, and I love this formula. So this one is my favorite out of all of the lip oils that Manny launched with Lunar Beauty. I have a discount code with them. You can use code PAIGE for 10% off. You'll see one of their palettes in a little bit, and it is my
ride or die eyeshadow palette at the moment, and that lip oil is the same. So definitely go check out Lunar Beauty and use code PAIGE for 10% off if you ever shop from them. I'm taking out the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks that were in here along with these Charlotte lip glosses. I'm also taking out a Buxom gloss, a Kylie probably liquid lipstick, and then this gloss from Laura Mercier. I'm also taking these out. This Kaja lip gloss is in the shade Milk Tea. It's amazing. It's one of my favorites of all time. I have used so much of it. I highly recommend it if you're in the market for a new lip gloss. It's a very sheer, kind of light pinky nude color. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And then I have this NARS liquid lip, which I didn't, oh my gosh, what happened? I didn't get a ton of use out of it this month, but I'm just feeling like switching things up, so both of those are gonna go back in my makeup collection. Moving on to the next drawer, we have my eye products here. So my primers will stay the same, my tools will stay the same, my mascaras will stay the same, but there may be some in here that probably need to be tossed because they're dried up. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. It's just really dry. That one's just a mini. Then I have the YSL. This one is interesting. I don't really know how I feel about this one. I think I'm just gonna, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna toss that one because it seems a little bit dry. And then I have two of these little Ilia ones, which I think I'm gonna keep both of them. I accidentally opened up two at the same time, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. So all those mascaras are good. Now we will move on to the palettes, which is, I know, everyone's favorite part. So let's see what we have palette wise. So off to the side here, I have some Ofra palettes that just live there permanently. It's not part of my everyday makeup drawer system. That's just where they live because they fit perfectly, and then they're still at easy reach for me. So for the palettes, this is the Lunar Beauty palette that I was talking about, my Ride or Die, the Nude Prism palette. Just take a look at this palette, you guys. This is incredible. Everything about this is amazing and perfect in every single way. I can't recommend this enough. It's, I talk about it all the time. I wear this palette all the time, and every time I wear it, I get compliments. So that's gonna have to stay in here, even though I use it literally all the time, but it's too good. It deserves to stay in the everyday makeup drawer forever and ever. I did end up using the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Volume 2 palette this month. I used it twice, actually. So I am gonna put this one away. I'm trying to switch out as many products as I can this month. I also have the original Major Dimension palette from Patrick Ta. I don't know if I used this one this month, but we're gonna put it back for now just to keep up with the theme of switching things out. I did not use the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette this month, so I think I will keep this. Should I keep this in here? I think I'll keep it in here for now. I did use the That's Taupe palette from ColourPop. This palette is beautiful, and I wore this and everyone loved my eyeshadows, so I am gonna put this back for now because I did get some use out of it, but that's definitely a good one. Another palette that I did not end up using this month is the Mary Jane palette. As you can see, I have never used this palette, and I think I'm going to keep it in here because I really want to use it. Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals is beautiful, but I did use this month, so I'm going to put that one back. This Huda Beauty New Nude palette was on sale during the Sephora sale, so it was like 50% off, and then it was an additional 20% off if you had Rouge. So I had to share that on my Instagram story. I did use this month, so I am going to put this one back. I think I added that one like after the fact. Like, I don't think I had that in here originally when I filmed my everyday makeup drawer. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that one was added later on, which happens sometimes. So next month when I do this, you'll see products in my drawer that you did not see in today's video. I have the Mini Zendo and the Mini Nude Natasha Denona palettes. I haven't used the Mini Nude, so that one's gonna stay. Mini Zendo is gonna go back in my collection. The Natasha Denona My Dream palette I did use again. I feel like, I don't know, I didn't use this palette this month as much as I thought I would. I think it's just because I was loving the Lunar Beauty so much. I am gonna put this one back because I did get some good use out of it. I'm also gonna put back the face palette that goes along with that. And then the last palette that I have in here is this one from ColourPop, which is the Lucky Penny palette. And this one I did not use, and I have not used it. So here's what that looks like. Beautiful copper eyeshadows. Pretty much the opposite of that taupe. So I am going to keep that one in here as well. So let's head over to my makeup collection and fill all of the empty gaps within these 2 drawers. Starting with primer, we're gonna grab 2. The first one that I'm gonna grab is this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Flawless Filter, the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and this is in the shade Too Fair. Then I think I'm also gonna grab the Marshmallow Primer from NYX so I can try this out some more. For concealer, I'm gonna grab this NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum. I don't think I had a great experience with this right away, so we'll see how I feel about that one. And then I think I'll also grab this Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I'm pretty much almost done with this, so might as well try to use it up this month. For setting spray, I'm only going to grab one, and that is going to be this from Lila B. Lila B, sadly, is no longer going to be a brand. How sad. They're announcing, or they announced that they are closing, so I only have a little bit of this left. So again, I'm going to pull this and hopefully try to use this up this month. It's very expensive. It is really nice, but probably not something that I would have repurchased even if they were staying open. For powder, I really want to try this one from Sephora. I have it in 2 shades. I have 15 and 25. I think 15 is probably going to be a better match for me, so I'm going to pull this one for powder. For foundation, I'm thinking I want to grab this Fenty. I think this is a BB cream. This is the Easy Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I think I'll grab that. And then I think that might be it for foundation this month. For bronzer, I'm going to add these 2. These are new to me. I got them during the VIB sale. I have the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in Happy Soul, and then the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow bronzer in the shade medium. For blush, I'm definitely adding the NARS liquid blush in the shade Orgasm. I also just got this during the VIB sale. And then I'm thinking I want to add one of these Benefit blushes, maybe Willa. Actually, I'm thinking of doing the shade Peachin'. I'm also going to grab this blush from Nabla. This is in the shade Truth. This is the Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder. This is so freaking beautiful. I already have a ton of Ofra highlighters over at my makeup table in those like acrylic drawers up top, but I am looking for Sugar Cookie. This color is absolutely amazing. Here is what it looks like. This one has to be in my everyday makeup drawer. Also, this one is in the shade Peppermint, and it is such a pretty light pinky color. I think I might bring both of these over there, honestly. Then I have both of these Pillow Talk like highlighter-y type products. I think I'm gonna put both of these in my everyday makeup drawer because I haven't used them yet, and I really need to get some use out of these because they were expensive. And then maybe I'll give this a try. This is from the brand Say. I think it's, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but this is their, oh gosh, I cannot read that. This is their Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. So I actually have some room in there for another liquid highlighter, so I think I'm gonna grab this one from Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Enlighten. Next up we have lips, so we are going to figure out what we want to do here. I think I'll grab this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is a sparkly gloss in the shade Rose Jewel. And then I think I'm also going to do this Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in the shade Cherry Blossom. We'll do a Fenty gloss as well. Ooh, that one was pretty. I think I'll do this one. This one is in the shade Baby Brute. For lipsticks, I am thinking we will do Brunch Date from Sephora collection, as well as this one from e.l.f. This is the Seriously Satin lipstick in the shade Creme. I also want to do one of these like lip pencil-y type things, so maybe I'll do this Laura... We'll do this one from Laura Mercier. It looks like it kind of has a rosy finish or like a metallic finish. This is in Jolie. For eyeshadow palettes, one that I know for sure that I want to add right away is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nouveau palette. I just recently got this. Wow, this is a messy palette. I got this during the VIB sale, but I'm definitely going to be adding this to my everyday makeup drawer. Same with the Getting Fresh palette from ColourPop. It is so fun. I love all of the pinks and greens. It definitely gives me Rosy Abode color vibes. So both of these will be added to my everyday makeup drawer. It's been a while since I used the Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty, so I'm going to add this palette. Nudie number 2 is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, but I think we're gonna add the original Nudie Patootie palette, oh gosh, to my everyday makeup drawer as well. And then I have this palette from Rare Beauty, which I don't know if I've ever used it. I definitely swatched that middle shade, but we are going to be adding this to my everyday makeup drawer as well. This is the True to Myself eyeshadow palette. And then of course we cannot forget to add the Tinseltown Sparklights Trio from Ofra. These are gonna go somewhere special. Let's see if we can work these in here nice and cute. Look at how perfectly these fit in here. So those are front and center. I also have a few more products that I want to add. These are from Vive. I recently picked these up and I did a review on them. This is the Skin Dew. Technically it's like a highlighter or like a base for a highlighter, but this is going in my primer section because this is like, that's what I use it for, is like a base product on top of my primer but under my foundation. And then we also have the Vive 90s palette, which I am going to put right under this palette. So here is an overview of what my updated everyday makeup drawers look like. I am so happy with how they turned out. I realized I didn't switch out my eyebrow section. Oh, this hourglass pencil is officially empty, but that's just gonna stay the same. I'm just gonna try to work through some of those pencils. We have Charlotte Tilbury, Morphe, and then Anastasia Beverly Hills products in there, but here we have all of my palettes and other eye products as well. Over here we have some lip products. I rearranged this section. I have to find my ColourPop concealer, the new one that they sent me, and that one's gonna go right there. But I have blush, bronzer, and highlighter here. I have some cream and like liquid cheek products, so this is like an extension of this section here because we had a lot of these this month. So we have like the Charlotte Tilbury, the Rare Beauty, and the NARS here. Again, setting spray, powder, concealer, primers and bases, and foundations. So now I gotta go clean up this mess. Oh, I forgot. How could I forget the Nude Prism palette? That's just gonna go on top right there, just like that. So now I have to go clean all of these makeup products up, put them away. But that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Also, shout out to Ofra for working with me on a portion of today's video. It's always a pleasure working with them, and I love them with all of my heart, and you guys know this. I literally have dedicated makeup drawers. This whole thing is full of Ofra makeup, and then this whole thing is also full of Ofra products. So I love them. You guys know this, and again, it's always a pleasure and an honor to be able to work with them. And don't forget to use code PAIGE for 20% off. The Tinseltown Trio will be linked down below in the description box, along with my discount code. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.